In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NFL games happening on November 16, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta Falcons. The Carolina Panthers meet the Atlanta Falcons in Week 11 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Both teams enter the game searching for steadier ground after uneven outings. Atlanta comes off an overtime loss to the Colts that showed how limited its offense can look when it struggles to extend drives. The Falcons gained 290 yards, but they failed on all 8 third-down attempts. Their defense allowed 323 rushing yards, yet forced 2 takeaways and held Indianapolis to 2 conversions on 12 third-down snaps. Atlanta has allowed at least 24 points in 3 straight defeats, and this trend raises pressure as the season reaches a turning point. Carolina had its own rough day against the Saints. The Panthers produced 175 total yards at 3.5 yards per snap, moved the chains only 13 times, and turned the ball over twice. Their defense gave up 388 yards, allowed 17 first downs, and saw New Orleans convert 8 of 17 third-down tries. The Panthers have stayed under 17 points in 4 straight games, earning 2 wins and 2 losses in that stretch. The matchup with Atlanta looks tight on paper, and both teams now operate with little margin for error. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Falcons to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Their first meeting this season produced almost no rhythm. Atlanta failed to score, yet still finished with 108 more yards than Carolina. The Panthers posted 30 points even though their offense never found flow. Bryce Young passed for 121 yards with no touchdowns and no interceptions. Carolina rushed for 110 yards on 30 carries at 3.7 yards per attempt. That strange mix of results sets the stage for the rematch, and it frames a picture of 2 offenses that still search for balance. Young has not found much improvement since that game. His touchdown to interception total stands at 11-7. He has topped 200 passing yards once this season. His recent outputs are 138, 102, and 124 yards. Now he faces an Atlanta pass defense that ranks first in the league at 162.3 yards allowed per game. Carolina may need to rely on the ground game, but doubt around Dowdle's status limits that path as well. Atlanta has its own issues. Penix has struggled, and protection problems up front have slowed Robinson. These conditions make sustained scoring difficult for either side. Both quarterbacks fought for rhythm in the first meeting. Young managed only 121 yards. Carolina averages 17.7 points per game, which ranks 28th. The Panthers have gone 1-3 on overs in their last 4. Dowdle's uncertainty strains an offense already short on spark. Atlanta's offense has the same concerns. Built on recent injuries and inconsistency, the game tracks toward a low-output script if both attacks continue to stall. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Chargers versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season moves into Week 11 with a matchup in Florida as 2 AFC playoff contenders look for a lift. When the Los Angeles Chargers visit the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday afternoon, the teams last met in 2023, a tight game that Jacksonville won by 1 point at home. Their paths have shifted since then. Jacksonville opened at 4-1-0 but has slipped. The offense has stalled in its last 2 home games against top 10 defenses, scoring an average of 9.5 points. The Chargers fit that defensive profile. Jacksonville faces uncertainty across most of its starting offensive line and lacks depth behind it. The wide receiver group is hurt, and Lawrence struggled last week without his top option, Thomas. On the field, Los Angeles arrives with momentum. They take a bye after this game, so they plan to empty the tank. Their 3 straight victories came with an average winning margin of 13 points. They are 3-1-0 on the road, with those wins decided by an average of 6.7 points. Los Angeles has also taken 7 of the last 10 meetings and covered 8 in that same stretch. Jacksonville's late collapse against a Houston team led by a backup quarterback raises more concerns. Hunter Jr. is out for the season, and Thomas Jr. has slipped from his strong rookie form. The Chargers slowed Pittsburgh last week and extended their winning streak to 3. A West Coast team playing a 1 p.m. Eastern start brings some risk, yet Los Angeles enters this game healthy at the skill spots, which matters as the Jaguars deal with several injuries across the roster. Jacksonville allowed Davis Mills to pick apart the defense, and the team now tries to recover while short-handed at receiver. With Jacksonville searching for answers, the Chargers have a chance to capitalize, especially with their defense in better shape at the moment. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Chargers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Los Angeles has split its 10 games on totals this season. They have also split their 4 road games, although they have gone over the number in 4 of their last 5 overall, including their last 2. Away from home, Jacksonville has posted a 5-4-0 mark on totals, with a clear split between home and road. All 4 road games went over, and 4 of their 5 home games stayed under after giving up 26 points in the 4th quarter to Houston. Jacksonville showed it can allow quick scoring bursts. The last meeting between these teams finished with 61 combined points, which passed a total of 46.5 with ease. Both offenses sit in the league's middle tier, each scoring more than 22 points per game. Los Angeles has stayed productive, scoring at least 24 points in 5 straight outings and topping 27 points in 3 of those. Herbert has moved the offense well, and that trend sets up more scoring chances. Jacksonville has reached at least 26 points in 4 of its last 6 games. This matchup could help Etienne reset if the run game finds rhythm, which would support steady drives and added scoring. The total has gone over in 8 of the last 10 meetings as our second pick for this matchup. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Bengals versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cincinnati Bengals and Pittsburgh Steelers meet again on Sunday afternoon in Pittsburgh for their second clash of the season. Cincinnati enters the matchup after a bye week, while Pittsburgh absorbed a physical loss to the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. The rest advantage favors Cincinnati. The team has not dropped a game by more than 5 points since Week 6, and that trend shapes the setup for this meeting. The earlier contest on October 16th ended in a 33-31 result, and the visitors showed they could match Pittsburgh in pace and execution. Joe Flacco drove the offense with sharp decision-making and steady rhythm. His run since the trade from Cleveland includes an 11-2 touchdown-to-interception ratio across 4 games. On the other side, Aaron Rodgers has thrown 4 interceptions in his last 4 outings, with 2 coming in the recent 25-10 loss to Los Angeles. Rivalry games in this division often stay close no matter the gap in talent, and the style of play tends to compress margins. The 2 teams step into another physical setting where steady offense and limited mistakes matter most. The final evaluation comes only after considering the full picture. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Bengals to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Their Thursday night meeting in Week 6 turned into a wide-open contest with 64 total points. Pittsburgh averaged 7.3 yards per play and still lost. Cincinnati followed with 6.7 yards per play. Together they converted 14 of 24 third downs and 1 of 1 fourth downs, and the quarterbacks combined for 7 touchdown passes. The rematch will not likely match that volume, but the conditions point toward active offenses again. Pittsburgh's attack has slowed in recent games, yet facing this Cincinnati defense can reset momentum. The Bengals rank last in total defense, allowing 426.6 yards per game. No other team gives up more than 398. They sit last in scoring defense at 33.3 points per game. They struggle against the run and also sit near the bottom against the pass. Cincinnati games have turned into high-scoring battles, with totals of 85 and 77 in the past 2 weeks. The offense moves the ball, but the defense yields yardage in every phase. Pittsburgh should find openings at home, and Cincinnati's passing game should also produce against a vulnerable secondary. The assessment of these trends leads to a conclusion only after weighing every factor. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Seahawks versus Los Angeles Rams. The top two teams in the NFC West meet in a pivotal clash at SoFi Stadium. Both Seattle and Los Angeles hold strong 7-2 records. Each team also sits at 7-2 against the spread this season, with every failed cover tied to a loss. Seattle is 4-0 on the road and carries a 10-game road winning streak that began last October. Los Angeles has taken 3 of 4 home games, although 2 of those wins came by fewer than 7 points against Indianapolis and Houston. Seattle overpowered Arizona last Sunday by a score of 44-22. It marked Seattle's third win by at least 20 points this season. Sam Darnold threw only 12 passes, completed 10, and pushed his 2-game total to 31 completions in 36 attempts. Seattle has carried the favorite tag in 7 straight games. The team was last an underdog in its Week 2 win at Pittsburgh. Seattle split last year's 2 matchups with Los Angeles, losing at home in overtime and winning the season finale at SoFi Stadium by a 30-25 margin. Los Angeles answered an earlier overtime loss to San Francisco with a 42-26 win against the 49ers last Sunday. As a 6-point road favorite, the Rams jumped ahead 21-0. Matthew Stafford added to his MVP case with 4 touchdown passes. He has thrown at least 3 touchdowns in 5 of the last 6 games and has collected 13 touchdown passes in the last 3 wins. The Rams are 3-0 straight up and against the spread when favored by 3 points or fewer this season. In the last 5 games, Los Angeles has faced backup quarterbacks 4 times. The Rams now prepare for Darnold, who sits 7th in the league in passing yards. This division meeting sets up as a tight contest. Seattle has been steady on the road, both straight up and against the spread, and the matchup profile points to a balanced fight rather than an early tilt. The Rams look healthier, and their preparation remains strong under Sean McVay. Yet Seattle brings one of the league's most complete units to this setting. Seattle has won 7 of its last 8 games and ranks 3rd in scoring offense and 6th in scoring defense. The team holds a 7-2 mark against the spread. Seattle does not receive much national attention, but its level of play is consistent. The value of added points increases when a team sustains this type of form. Seattle now seeks an 11th straight road win. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Seahawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Los Angeles has passed the 34-point mark in 3 straight games after clearing 30 points only once in its first 6 outings. Seattle has allowed 20 points or fewer in 7 of 9 games and gave up 22 in last Sunday's win over Arizona. Seattle is 6-3 to the over this season, while Los Angeles is 4-1. Seattle is 2-2 to the over on the road, with only 1 road game reaching more than 50 combined points. Seattle is on a 3-game over streak and has topped 27 points in each game during that run. The Rams hit the over last Sunday for the first time in 4 games. Los Angeles is 1-2 to the over at SoFi Stadium, with the lone over arriving in an overtime loss to San Francisco that would have stayed under if not for a late tying field goal. Last season's 2 meetings split on totals. The first matchup ended 26-20 in favor of Los Angeles on a total of 48 and stayed under. The second game, played in Los Angeles, reached a 30-25 final on a 38.5 total and went over. Although Stafford did not play in that season finale, Seattle ranks 9th in yards allowed per game and Los Angeles ranks 11th. Seattle sits 3rd in rushing yards allowed per game at 90.7. Los Angeles has produced 126 and 171 rushing yards in its last 2 contests. This setting leans toward a measured division game shaped by defense and postseason stakes. A faster pace or shootout looks less likely given both teams' recent profiles. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.